From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And some space here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 28.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Mayfield finding Beckham, and inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys didn't come out of the gate. I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it. You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
A give running right is Chubb. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. On the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Yeah,
and a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Who you playing, Darren?
Coming to you, coming to you. Alert, 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 alert. Hey, you got Mike 50, huh? I'm scared. I got it.
Yeah, I had my
Mayfield from the gun on third down. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Chris Jones with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7.
We're talking about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down.
Yo, I was up all night last night, fucking all hours.
Seibert able to knock this one through. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like they only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
So I'm going to go with Darius' name, man, and watch the ball there.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll try to right side with McCoy. Try to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Oh, man, Darius got the broadcast.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Yellow. Let's go, D. Go line. Box try. Fofo's the Mike. Mike's Fofo.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They do go for it. It's Mahomes. And Robinson with a big catch. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
I watched Darius, man. He playing somebody new. Nigga must have Darius' ass like a question.
H3-2-18. Chopper.
On 1st down, it's McCoy looking for an opening. Not much there. He'll get it to the 39. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession as they've got it 2nd and 7.
No, it's not. It's saying the broadcast stop.
Here we go.
Anytime. No, if you look at the game.
From the 39, Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Hey, 43. Hey, Ridley.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. He finds McCoy.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Yellow. Hero 15.
They'll run on 1st down. It's McCoy. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That goes for a Chiefs 1st down, 14 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. Watkins, the intended receiver.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
It's a party now. It's a party now. You got tape. Hey, alert. Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. Hey, wahoo. Yo, watch out.
Now Chubb running right. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. A run for Nick Chubb. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB. Run.
They'll run for it. Chubb. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. On the ground, it's Chubb. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Alpha. 44 Mike. Check.
Now here's Mahomes. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get... And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack.
Hey, Ridley. Hey, 43, 15. Okay.
Here we go, 4th down, Mahomes. And it is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position.
Man, he fucking Darius up, man. Got me watching this bullshit, man.
I got you.
Mayfield off the play fake. Dancing to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Give him 40 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Now Mayfield.
I want to see Nicky Darius playing, though.
That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Demetrius Harris there to make the grab. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the locker. And a big loss here as he's taken down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After the sack on first down, Mahomes on target over the middle to Hill. And they'll get him down right around the 11-yard line. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Here's Mayfield. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
They go for just one here as it's up and good, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Mayfield down. Caught left side. It's Beckham. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards. 180. I'm coming after you.
Chubb. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. And again, it's Chubb. And the Chiefs' D closes in on him again, and they drop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. 2 running plays go backwards, so what's the call on 3rd and 13 now? From the gun, Mayfield. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
So it looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Amazing, perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. Nice footwork by McCoy. And him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A big pickup of 38. Now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Throwing now is Mahomes. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
On second down now, it's McCoy. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. And they'll keep on the ground with McCoy. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have you guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to...
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here. So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film section tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
Check Mike, check Mike. 44th and Mike, 44th Mike. Check, check. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Attack, attack. Mike, 44. Danny.
They're going to try and throw. And this is caught. That's Watkins. It's a gain of 13, and how about that? They're able to convert on 4th and 10.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Again, it's McCoy. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. On 2nd down, it's McCoy. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run it with McCoy. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Now, let's not forget that was all set up by the 4th down conversion earlier in the drive.
Would have been a complete letdown if the drive doesn't culminate this way, wouldn't it? If you're going to go for it on 4th down, your intention is to make sure you get a touchdown out of the drive, and that's exactly what they did. Converted, and it converted a 2nd time for 6 points.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you, and make sure they touch it.
They run it again with Chubb. Oh, he sheds himself free. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
On first down, Hilliard looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
He's coming. We got double up.
They'll run again with Hilliard. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now Chubb. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The sack comes from Anthony Hitchens. So they've converted their first 2 4th down attempts. Not there. Now they're 2 for 3.
You think maybe the offense coordinator expended a little capital on that one? You know, when you're 2 for 2, you can lob it for that 3rd one, right? Didn't get it there. Maybe now the head coach might not be so eager to go for it as we go forward.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. They'll go again to McCoy. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. On 3rd down, here's McCoy. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go now to McCoy. He's seen a ton of action this afternoon. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Mahomes to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally commit. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Mike Bobo. I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
Now Mahomes. And a throw there going to be incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. On 2nd down, it's McCoy. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
43. He's catching. He's easy.
They'll keep it on the ground. McCoy. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. So a big one coming now for Harrison Butker. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here.
32-yard attempt.
And this kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good. Well, they got themselves in position to at least entertain the thoughts of an overtime, but as it turns out, it was not meant to be, Charles.
And you feel bad for a kicker in this spot. He's going to have to shoulder a lot of the blame, but in reality, this will be a team loss. They didn't do enough collectively to get the job done.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Kansas City, so long, everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? You'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, the head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both, gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk.
Cleveland Browns. Marr now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A first down throw from Mayfield. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Sean Lee, the longtime vet, getting in and getting to the QB.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Elliott. And an alley to run. Power running by Zeke. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 50 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Browns take over 1st and 10.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. On the carry, it's Chubb. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and that's a nice job to hold them just a couple and force a 3rd down.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. Able to power through and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
And that's the big fella's M.O. right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Hey, watch it. Back.
They'll run on first down. Hilliard. Byron Jones in there to make the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Kill.
On 2nd down now. Hilliard. Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 33.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
They're going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. They run. Chubb. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Handoff comes to Chubb. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Check 20. No. Shit. Hey, alert 33.
To throw, Mayfield. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 27 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them.
Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Extra point by Moore, up and good. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. And that makes the score 14-7. That's fielded in the end zone.
That's it, baby. We got work.
The Browns drive about to get started. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10.
Sit guard. Check sit guard. Sit. Sit. Watch the sit. I got you.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
You go.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Mayfield on 3rd and 2. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat.
Was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Now Austin. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And coming off a one-play drive, it was so depleting for the defense. What's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Prescott. Flush to his right. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And they're going to mark him down short maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott, he's going to look. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, 33 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. That'll be taken in the end zone.
The Browns take over.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be.
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Following the interception, here's Prescott. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Jason Witten, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Here's Prescott. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. The kick by Maher is good. first half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows?
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, 54 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Browns drive about to get started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now left side on the swing pass. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a third down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make it.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch, and he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that, because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. Let's see if they can get the ball moving again.
Well, we'll see if they can do it here. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. Mayfield on play action. It's complete to Brown, right side. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is fourth down.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
On fourth down, they snap it to Mayfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown.